welcome to the Battle for Georgia, a duel between some of the best teams the state has to offer. Today's matchup will be nothing less than a Royal Rumble, and tonight will be a night of champions for whoever comes out here undisputed kings of Georgia. Today's matchup in the 16U division is between the Atlanta Xpress and 444. Sip, man, talk to me about this matchup and what you're expecting of these two teams.
All right, two very talented teams, first and foremost, to make it to the finals of the Battle for Georgia. What I can expect, it'll be a hard-fought game, plenty of talent. I can anticipate, probably some sloppy play early because these teams have played 2-3 games today. Atlanta Xpress and both 444 were. I know Atlanta Xpress for sure was an invitee, so they didn't play on yesterday. But they're led by Miles Hayes, four-star blue chipper out of Georgia. Obviously, everybody knows his brother Jarvis Jr. They both taken unofficial visits to Vanderbilt a couple days ago. Big-time athlete, shot making out through the roof. Banks is pretty good. Jeremy Banks also is pretty good for them. And then for 444, Sean Lopez is real good. Quick guard. You got not Noah Brewington. Gerald Williams is pretty good. And then Nate Pembleton, him and Nebioma, two guards, electric, man, quick, talented with the rock. They can pass it, they can shoot it. So it'll be some talented guard play on both sides. It's just a matter of who can hang on the longest after a long day of battling and, some talented teams.
Yeah, both teams have played 2 games already today. 444 played Team Smash Pro. They beat them 73-59, and they beat AE5 73-69. Atlanta Xpress played Team Scoot, won 76-47, and Atlanta Timberwolves beat them 104-53.
And both 444's early games were nip and tuck until maybe about the final 5-7 minutes. So they made, Atlanta Express may come in a little bit more rested because they were able to pull some guys since they had some big wins earlier. But nevertheless, it's still going to be a pretty good matchup.
Well, action is about to get on its way with the tip right here. An early layup.
All right, so be on the lookout for Atlanta Express. Quentin Wilson, big time athlete, man, high flyer. He gets it in transition and in the paint, man. He's putting everybody in the basket. But a lot of stuff they'll run. A lot of the offense will go through Miles Hayes, obviously. Right on cue, Quentin Wilson with the early jumper. He missed it. He shot it well earlier today. Off the catch and off the dribble. So on that three, that was Nate Pembleton, and I was talking to Coach Storrs, Lance Storrs, one of the assistants from 444, and he said that he's one of the best shooters in the state in his class. And then Quentin Wilson just made a three right on time for Atlanta Express. He shot the cover off of it as well throughout the day.
Well, right now we have Sean Lopez, the complete guard out of Skills Factory, driving up the court right now. Can't get the layup to go his way. Got Quentin Wilson going for another three. Can't get it in.
3 early triples for him. He's 1 for 3 so far.
Pass it to Zayden Nelson.
That's a good shot. That is that kid plays. He's from Chattanooga, who just made the 3 for 444, and they've been raving about his shot making as well. I mean, not Chattanooga, like the Nashville area. And you see some of these rosters, man, that they, with them playing on such competitive circuits, some of the rosters aren't filled with only Georgia born and bred kids. Have some kids that are peppered in from out of state.
Well, we got an early foul and an early timeout. We're going to take a moment and go to commercial break real quick.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Welcome back to the action from the Battle for Georgia. Got Sean Lopez driving it up the court right now.
So he's still, he's not going to be at the skill factory this upcoming season. I think he's still a little undecided on where he's going to go. But they raved about him when I was speaking to the staff a little earlier today after their last win. They've also been raving about Cromwell too, who's up top with the ball, plays for Alpharetta. Long, energetic, high motor. They like him a lot.
Cromwell can't get the three to go his way. Miles Hayes dumps it off. Oh, wow.
That's Tenaje Freeman.
It's Tenaje Freeman with and a great dunk right there.
If he gets deep post position, that is over with because he is extremely long and he's aggressive.
Right now, both teams playing with a lot of energy. Can't get the three to go his way. Miles. See, try to go for it again. Quentin Wilson with the putback layup.
Missed the lob, but he was right there to get that rebound. And this is where some of the athleticism from the Xpress really takes off because Hayes is real good in transition. Wilson's real good in transition as well.
Yeah, like Atlanta Express right now is playing with a lot of quick-paced action right now.
And I believe that Atlanta Express 16 and 17 you won Battle for Georgia last season. 17 you were eliminated. 16 you're looking to go back to back. Going through Freeman again.
Oh, well, our action's on the other way.
The camera's telling us no, they don't want to watch that possession.
I guess not. Oh, that was a great pass right there. The three from Nebioma doesn't fall in. Quentin Wilson passes it out to Miles Hayes. Hayes doesn't get the layup. Nebioma makes the three this time.
Yeah, he can shoot it as well. He can rip the
Hayes passes it, deflected. I will say, watching Tenjay Freeman play last game, it almost looked like that entire Express team looked like they were playing against little kids last game. I mean, 104-51. In the last 3 minutes of the game, they were just trying out dunks like it was an NBA dunk contest.
I think it was competitive maybe the first 2 minutes, and then it's like they said, let's just stop throwing with our opposition, and they just blew the game wide open.
Well, they've got a lot of tall and athletic players. I mean, Nelson's 6'2", Wilberg's 6 foot, Hayes is 6'5", Banks is 6'4", Wilson's 6'3", and Freeman's 6'10".
And I'll venture to say that they didn't bring their entire roster. I mean, you talked about it earlier with with the Under Armour Finals being at LakePoint next weekend, and Atlanta Express decided to be playing. You know, some of those kids, either if they weren't with the family during the break, you know, they didn't want to run the risk of possibly getting injured going into that game, to that event rather. Cory Wilson misses the first free throw. He's been aggressive early, looking for his shot between the three and just getting to the rim.
Oh, Wilson makes the second free throw. The three goes in for 4-4-4.
Still an early competitive game. It looks like for a minute, Xpress was going to try to build on a pretty good lead.
Hayes can't get the mid-range to go in.
he excels at jumping up and making shots. Good shot by Sean Lopez.
Yeah, Sean Lopez with a great shot right there. A great pass to him by his teammate. And Xpress takes it down the court.
5-point lead, 4-4-4.
Using their athleticism to try to generate points. Jay Freeman gets fouled on the shot attempt.
See if the big fella can make his free throws.
First free throw goes in. Freeman, a 6'10", 216 center out of Johnsboro High School.
Good looking form, good touch.
Both free throws go in right there.
Xavier Nelson just subbed into the game.
Mm-hmm. Lopez just coming off that three he made. Decides to go for one again. Misses a little left and short.
You know, if you settle for that, I mean, obviously he made the last one, but there was no ball movement, no player movement, and it just wasn't any life in that possession. I wouldn't settle for that if I was them. Take too many of those.
Well, Wilson makes the three right there.
That's his second three he's made this game so far.
Yeah.
He's taken about 5 of them, I think, 5 or 6 of them.
Well, some early three attempts taken in this game. It's an 18-12 game right now. A lot more action in this.
Ooh.
And then a great downtown three right there.
Deep three. So, against what I thought, I thought we were gonna have heavy legs because they play so many games and they play fast-paced games. They definitely getting these shots up from deep. So clearly, I was wrong about that. But young legs, man, God bless them. A lot of ball screen early on to get into the shot. Nice, good kick out.
Well, this 4-4-4 teams believes that if they can make 1 3, they can make them all.
Yeah, no question.
Nelson
they haven't touched the paint in a long time.
Nelson drove down court, couldn't get the free throw. Banks missed the free throw as well.
Good pitch ahead. Atlanta Express was trotting back, but they couldn't capitalize on the slow defensive effort.
I believe that was a
loose
loose ball foul or out of bounds, either one. Atlanta Express now has ball. The inbound to Nelson. See, those are very blue shoes.
You want to make sure that you know who he is.
Yeah. Well, Nelson with a tough shot attempt right there, and it goes his way.
Nelson and Wilbur at the point guard position, when they sub in and out for each other, do a good job of touching the paint. Another long three.
Yeah, a great three right there by Jaron Williams. Quentin Wilson.
Some good early shot making so far.
Now has the ball. Can't hold on to the ball. Nelson has it. Tries to pass it to Jay Freeman. It's stolen by 4-4-4. Lopez passes it out to right wing.
One more. Nice. Good extra pass. Good extra
there we
pass.
go.
Real good unselfish play.
Well, they had some selfish plays earlier in this game, and just like they talked about in what's that soccer show? Do you know what I'm talking about? The one on Apple TV.
Oh, I don't have Apple TV, man. I'm a Paramount guy. HBO Max too. Larry David. Curb Your Enthusiasm all day long.
Huh. I've never seen that show, actually. Let's get back to basketball.
You're missing out, Zach.
This is Battle from Georgia.
All right, 3-on-2 break. Good decision. Very good decision. Defense doesn't stop you, and you see 3-on-2 break. And when you run that drill in practice, coaches always say go until they stop you, and that was a prime example of why.
Well, both teams playing with tempo right now. Either fast or slow, depending on what the play is.
4-4-4 love that double drag ball screen into a pin down. They've gotten a couple good looks off that same action. Go inside to Freeman again. Wilson's another three. He's taking 6 of them. And I don't know. I don't remember him taking this many shots this early in any of the other games. And, you know, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. But, you know, one thing about those long shots, if nobody's ready to get in rebounding position, the defense gets it and races it right back toward the other side. You find yourself on your heels early and often.
Well, if you take a lot of early shots early in the game, you're gonna get tired even faster because you're trying to make their legs work faster than they can. I believe another
timeout call.
Another timeout call.
Try to get some organization on offense, maybe.
All right, well, we're going to take a break here in studio. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports. Welcome back. More RYZE Hoops action on our way.
Eight-point lead early on for 4-4-4, and I think Xpress's shot selection has a lot to do with it. 4-4-4 has made some shots early on. They run a couple sets to get their shooters open, but I think Atlanta Xpress doing a lot of settling on the offensive end.
Jaron Williams has the ball, drives it in, can't get the layup to fall his way. Corbin Wilberg passes it to Miles. Miles with the jelly layup.
Yep. And again, that's where Miles Hayes is really dangerous because he covers so much ground with that long stride, and when he gets to his launch pad, if he's not dunking it, he's making acrobatic layups like that.
The number 1 shooting guard of the nation, 14th player overall.
Good touch in the mid-range.
4-4-4 makes a great mid-range shot right there.
I want to say that was Jaron Williams again. He's turned his aggression up a little bit. Right idea, just got to have a better pass.
Yeah, the pass from Wilberg to Nelson, just a bit high. Can't get it into his hands. So we have a ball deciding he doesn't want to be used anymore. I will say great throw right there by the...
Nice Kevin Love type chest pad.
Yeah. Lopez, I believe, if we can get the camera to flip. There we go. Just driving it down court. Great screen right there.
Nice.
Yeah, great three.
I want to say that might be Nate Pimbleton again.
I believe so, yes. 4-4-4 is right now playing with a lot. They're using their teammates to drive and get baskets early.
Yeah. Tough and mid-range make by Zayden Nelson. But to your point, though, Jack, you know, they're running a lot of ball screen action, but when their guards come off that ball screen, they're trying to get a paint touch and spray out, kick out. Foul call. Oh, kickball.
Kickball.
Or maybe he got a foul. It was a clipping foul. So it looks like Jaron Nelson got the ball stolen from him, and in a hustle to get the loose ball, he tripped the Atlanta Express player.
Wilberg passes it to Wilson. Back to Wilberg.
Trying to set up a place. Interesting to see what action it is.
Back to Wilson. Wilson drives it in.
There you go.
Makes a tough layup
shot.
right there.
Yep. But and one.
And his entire body was going way far from the hoop right there.
He's a talented scorer, man. He was at overtime elite. recently, and that overtime is filled with talent, athletic talent, scoring talent, whatever you name it.
Wilson, a 6'3", 170 shooting guard, the 32nd player in the nation. Misses the free throw.
He's got the tip in. That's something that drives coaches nuts. Is offensive rebounds that lead to baskets from free throws.
Hayes is 6'5" and is dangerous in the paint.
And he's twitchy. He gets off the ground quick. Very explosive.
Drives it down, makes the layup. Atlanta Xpress is not going down without a fight.
But notice that, their last couple of baskets have come in the paint, from the transition drive here to the free throw bucket from Hayes. And then Quinn Wilson, his and one, he got fouled on the drive.
Pendleton has the ball. That's it. That's an insane. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That is a horse shot.
He did. Yeah, really. That's the type of thing you have 4 letters in horse, and your little brother decides he wants to do some weird stuff.
Exactly.
Offensive rebound right there. Wilson again with a basket.
Very aggressive.
Aggressive baskets, but great shots. I mean, a lot of the times these guys know they can make it as soon as they release the ball. These guys have played basketball so long. They know what kind of shots they can make. So Nelson drives it down court, loses it for a second, gets the ball back, passes it off to Wilson. If anyone's on a hot streak, it's Wilson right here.
He's taking the majority of the shots, and you wonder what the good tough layup.
Yeah, 4 for 4 with a great layup right there.
With the amount of shots, that he's taking, is it taking everybody else out of rhythm? Because there hasn't been a lot of organization from the Xpress.
Well, Freeman has the ball, drives in, loses it for a minute.
He's got to have a plan when he gets it down there. Turns it over.
Yoma has it, passes it.
Good take.
I believe that's Jaron Williams with a great layup right there.
Tough basket. Some of those guys are looking kind of winded right now, and at some point the fatigue will set in. So then it becomes who can execute, take better shots, take advantage of transition opportunities like that. You got to make those. You got to deliver those baskets right there.
Well, 4-4-4 misses the layup right there. Wilson goes for a wild shot again, misses it that time. Wilberg gets tough shot right there.
Kind of ragtag right now.
Gets it. He's trying to find a way out. Passes it to Miles. Hayes is fouled.
Uh-oh. He's on the ground. He's held. Maybe he bumped knees on a drop to the basket. And Wilson's in the background. He's limping. Walking wounded all over the floor, man.
Well, it's tough when you have to play 2 games prior in such a contact sport.
And they don't have a deep bench either. I think they only shoot up maybe 6-7 guys.
Yeah, I mean both teams.
Heaven forbid somebody really gets hurt. Yeah, you gotta have a sub.
Xpress with 6. 4-4-4 also with 6. Yoma
would take
insane pump fake. Freeman can't get the ball back up.
Foul was called on the rebound.
That foul is on Atlanta Xpress. The inbound to Lopez. Wilberg's been playing great defense, and the pass to Yoma, passes it to to Cromwell.
The shot clock's also 4-4-4 is just going to play off and try to get the last shot of the half.
Lopez is looking for the best opportunity to make it in.
Screen and rescreen. They've been going to that a lot.
They've been having a lot of screens earlier in this game.
Looks like Lopez was waiting on Cromwell to roll to the basket.
Well, Lopez tries to find an inbound, finds the inbound to Williams, I believe.
Oh, good action at the end to get a good shot off. Nate Pemberton just misses it.
Well, I believe that's the end of the half. I believe so. Sib, we just had the first half of the 16U for the Battle for Georgia. What's been the one thing that you've liked in this game from both teams, and what do you think both teams need to do during this halftime to better themselves for the second half of this game?
The aggression from Quinn Wilson from the start. He took a couple threes. I think towards the end of the first half, I saw him get some paint touches. Atlanta Express in general got some paint touches. I wouldn't be afraid to play through Tanaje Freeman and see if he can attract some help and then spray out to some teammates, some guys that are ready to shoot, and that'll get them some easier looks. Both teams, specifically Atlanta Express, I try to get more paint touches, whether it's dribble drive or playing through Freeman. As far as 4-4-4 goes, find Pemberton. He's been shooting. He shot it well in the first half. They ran some good action to get him and the lefty shooter some good looks. As long as they take good shots. I thought 4-4-4 did a good job of taking relatively good shots. Lopez got to the paint a couple of times, found some guys that made shots. So while they've taken some threes, their threes came within the flow of the offense. Express, not so much. But both teams, I think, need to do a better job playing inside out and creating those looks from three.
All right, well, both teams attempt to go 3-0. We had Jason Cade here attempting, 82-0. We'll have this to, fulfill your enjoyment during the halftime.
So this is how it works. So you're trying to create a team that goes 82-0. So you spin, and it gives you a team and an era, and then you got to select 5 guys, and then it tells you what your record's going to be.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to spin it, and the first thing we get is we get the Hornets in the 2010. So you got to pick one of these guys that would make up your team. You got Al Jefferson, Steven Jackson, Gerald Wallace, Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker.
All right, so you're going Kemba Walker. Obviously, going to put him a point guard, which means if we get you, you may not have a spot on this team.
I'll come off the bench.
All right, there you go. All right, next one is the Spurs, and we're talking the 2010s. You got DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Tim Duncan.
Oh, man, this is a tough one. I got to go Kawhi.
All right, so you're going Kawhi. You can put Kawhi in multiple spots. You can play him at power forward, small forward, shooting guard.
Small forward.
Small forward. All right, next one. I can't believe you've never done this before.
I haven't.
All right, Milwaukee Bucks in the 90s. Glenn Robinson, Vin Baker, Ray Allen.
Shooting guard. I got to go Ray.
All right, we're going to go Ray. All right.
We need a shooting guard.
All right, looking good so far. All right, next one. We got 2 more spins. All right, the Celtics, and we're living in the 2010s. Celtics in the 2010s. You got Kyrie, Paul Pierce. We've already got a point guard.
I'm going.
We got Garnett. You can put Garnett down low. Jason Tatum.
I got to go Garnett.
All right, and you're going to put him at power forward or center?
Let's go center.
All right, he's going center. All right, last one. You're going to be stuck with whatever power forward is in this last team.
That's why I had to go.
Denver Nuggets in the 70s. Oh, got David Thompson, but that's a shooting guard. So you're going to have George McGinnis. You can have Bobby McGinnis.
Oh, George McGinnis.
All right.
For sure.
Okay, put him at power forward. You ready to see? You went 51 and 31. That's a long way off from 82-0.
We can't go 82-0, but I'll take 50 wins.
There you go.
You can keep your job.
Welcome back. The second half of the 16U Battle for Georgia championship game is on its way. Lopez the inbounds. Wilbur's been playing lockdown defense on Lopez all game. Pass number 1.
They try to turn the defensive pressure up. Atlanta Express has. And that's not what you want to do, is try to take one-on-one contested shots like that if you're 4-4-4.
Well, Miles Hayes did a great 3 right there.
Him and his brother have a crazy ability to just hop up and make shots. Contested on, like, that's pro level stuff. And they make a habit of doing that with ease.
Well, Hayes is putting some great defense on right now. Great block right there by Miles Hayes.
They called it a goaltender.
Really?
Yep. I thought they would, but it shows the athleticism too. But it looked like he met that ball at the apex, but I think he got it on the way down.
Oh, Miles Hayes has the ball, drives it down, makes the layup. Miles Hayes is turned up right now.
Yep. So that's the aggression that Quentin Wilson had to start the game. You better believe Miles Hayes is about to take a long, whenever he pitched to the head.
Well, Miles Hayes been doing almost everything right now for Atlanta Express.
Tough shot.
Great shot right there.
Hayden Nelson. A 7-0 run to start the game, start the half. So you've seen Atlanta Express turn up their defense and get out and run, and Hayes' aggression is rubbed off. See if they can continue it.
Well, Lopez takes it down. Atlanta Express has been doing so much more on defense this half.
Yep.
Nelson tripped a little bit.
Good defense. Again,
Great defense right there.
Got a foul on the. Look at Lopez on the baseline right now. He's working hard to get the ball up the floor. He is breathing.
Yeah.
Again, you still like you said, Jack. They still play a couple games today, but Corbin Wilberg has been hounding Lopez, like you said earlier, getting the ball up the floor. That takes a toll on you.
Well, at some point, 444 is going to hope that it's going to take a toll on Atlanta Express playing such tight defense so early on.
So it'll come down to who's the toughest mentally.
Yeah.
As the fatigue starts to set in. Another paint touch. It's 9-0 run, Jack.
Oh, there you go. Nelson, I believe, gets fouled going for the layup.
It's 40 to 31 when we came out the half.
A lot of early looks.
Yep.
On what this Atlanta Express team can do as he makes the free throw, tied 40 to 40.
It's a 10-0 run to start the game, to start the half. Great defense on the ball and a lot of paint touches. Miles Hayes made the three, obviously, but everything else has been at the rim, which is what we talked about at halftime.
Well, Lopez drives in, not a soul in the paint to stop him.
Turn the corner, nobody was there to protect the basket.
Wilson slams it down.
There's that athleticism from Wilson I talked about. You got to get it from him way sooner than that, because if not, then that's gonna happen. A lot of dunks, and that's violent right there.
Yeah,
very violent.
Wilson gets fouled on the dunk. Attempts the free throw. My bad. Misses it.
That's the second time he missed a free throw.
Misses
second
that.
time he got off his rebound.
Well, Nelson had the right idea but couldn't make it work. 444 with a great. We're gonna call timeout, or I believe timeout called
by 444 maybe. Yep, 444 called the timeout.
Okay, we're gonna take a break here in studio. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Welcome back. 13 minutes and 32 seconds left of the second half for this 16U Battle for Georgia. The inbound to Wilberg.
10-0 run for the ATL Express out the half, and 444 got a couple baskets to kind of slow it down, but you've got to keep Miles Hayes out the paint and off the rim.
Well, Hayes is showing all that he can do. Absolutely slams it down.
I want to say he scored 9 early points this half, so he's definitely turned his aggression up.
Well, Lopez goes for a off-balance three. Hayes passes it to Wilson. Wilson tries to pass it to Wilberg. Cannot get it there.
I think 444 is going to have to try to find out if someone else on the roster can bring the ball up. Similar to this, because Lopez is winded.
Yeah. Well, Pimbleton tries to.
Just even if
Get
for a couple,
separation.
tough shot.
Tough shot, does not go his way. Banks takes it down the court, pass it to Wilberg. Wilberg goes for a great layup, and that's just that's all you want to see out of a guy like him. He's doing a phenomenal job on defense, is driving down court and getting great buckets. He gets fouled on the layup attempt. We'll have one shot here on the free throw line.
We spoke about at halftime, though, Jack. You know, you want to get paint touches if you're at Atlanta Express. Now, I'm sure Coach Jordan over with the Express told him, like, we're taking too many threes. We got to get downhill. They've been doing a good job of touching that paint and getting layups and dunks.
Well, Williams drives it down court, gets fouled on a layup attempt. Both teams trying to do all they can.
I'd like to see Jaron Williams get a couple more touches, get him going, because he has something that I don't know anyone else on that roster has from the perimeter position. You got good size, and he's the one he can get downhill. He's not being guarded by Nelson and Wilberg, so he'll probably have a little bit more favorable matchup, if you will. Not necessarily if Hayes or Wilson are guarding him, it's going to be tougher, but big body guy who's long, who can get to the paint and make some shots in the contested shots. See if they can get him going.
Well, Wilson has the ball, passes to Miles. Miles drives it down court, gets blocked.
Can't believe, surprised they didn't call a foul there.
Yeah. Pass to Pimbleton. Pimbleton 3 attempt does not go. Wilberg drives it down the court now. Trying to slow down on the game a little bit. Wilberg takes it down, passes it to the air above Nelson. Not really Nelson, but
another paint touch, but you know, right idea, bad execution on the pass and led to a turnover.
Well, in a situation like that, you've kind of got to go a little slower as well.
Yep,
to try to slow down the game. I mean, you're up right now by 2 points. If you try to go, you're going to give the other team more shot selections like you just saw right there. Great shot right there from Cromwell.
Took advantage of that switch. Cromwell wound up having Wilberg wound up on Cromwell, and anytime you have somebody 5'10" guard somebody 6'8", you go to the 6'8" guy.
Oh, Wilberg goes for the 3, cannot make it. 4-for-4 gets the rebound. No foul right there. Hayes, I believe, will still attempt. Wilson had it. Passes to Wilberg. Wilberg to Nelson. Finally works this time. Nelson gets the 3.
It's the first three-point attempt I think Express has taken since Miles Hayes may have taken his early in the half. So they've done a good job of not settling for that perimeter jump shot.
Well, Lopez, not so winded this time, brings it down a little bit. Shot attempt does not go for 4-4-4.
Good pass.
Great layup by Banks, does not go in. Is fouled on the layup attempt.
Real good pitch ahead. Good run. Good sprint by Banks. And good pitch ahead pass.
Well, Jeremy Banks, the 6'4", 183 combo guard and small forward out of Putnam County. His first free throw attempt does not fall.
Long wingspan, man. You can kind of see why they got him slotted at that 3-4 spot. You got to find somewhere for a guy that can do a little bit of everything and get him on the court as best you can.
Well, his second free throw attempt bounces on the rim and falls in. The inbound attempt for 4-4-4 goes to Lopez, passes it to Williams. Williams slowing down the game a little bit, going for the 3, is blocked, I believe, by Tonje Freeman.
Good catch.
Freeman goes. Oh wow! Freeman gets blocked. Miles Hayes goes for the 3 attempt, falls short. Freeman goes for the free throw or the layup, gets blocked. A lot of things going on right now. I'm losing my marbles right here. Everyone's getting blocked or missing shots and
fumbling the ball, all kind of stuff.
So many names to say. Nelson will inbound the pass. Nelson believe Wilson.
Down.
Wilson goes to the
And
layup,
one.
gets fouled, makes the free throw attempt.
You cannot let anybody cut to the basket without bumping him. And that's what happened. Wilson cut from above the three-point line, and nobody got in his path to stop him. And by the time they did decide to stop him, he was already scoring it.
Well, Wilson read the court perfectly.
Great cut.
Wilson, again, the 32nd ranked player in the nation, according to 24/7. And a timeout call by Atlanta Express. Well, we'll take a break here in studio. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capability.
Inbounds it in. Lopez tries to drive it down court a little bit, passes it to Williams.
That Pendleton out
I
the
believe
corner.
that's Pendleton up in the corner.
Free ball from the corner pocket.
Makes a great three. 55-48 with 10 minutes left in the half. Nelson has the ball.
Pendleton's big brother goes to Parkview also, and he's really good. Plays for I want to say he plays for Game Elite.
Well, Pendleton has an offer from KSU. Wilberg passes it to Hayes. Wilberg passes it back to Hayes, back to Freeman.
Nice.
Great layup right there.
Great redirect from Miles Hayes. Caught that ball midair and saw that it had a teammate on the baseline. He fired a nice accurate pass to him.
Well, Lopez has the ball. Wilberg's defense has not let up. Say foul on Wilberg. 3-point attempt. Will not actually happen from Williams because even though that was as wet as it can get, does not count when the game's not going on. Lopez has the ball. Wilberg still with the lockdown defense.
Yep.
Wilberg, Lopez fall on the ground, passes it up, passes it again. Three does not go in. Williams, great rebound.
Good touch.
Yep. Nate Pendleton with a great mid-range shot right there. Pass it to Freeman. Freeman, I believe, gets fouled on the shot attempt. Freeman again, a 6'10", 216-pound center out of Jonesboro High School.
Showed a flash of operation ability from the post. Still raw, but what I do find encouraging is this free throw touch. He's got a good stroke and a good finish. And that shows that area can be expanded upon. Just got to get the stuff from the block worked out a little bit. His free throws look good and consistent. Made both of them.
Freeman makes both three throws right there. I believe that's Pendleton.
Yep.
Pendleton tries to find a shot attempt. Shoots the ball, misses it. Wilberg with a great
lob.
Freeman with a slam. Oh my.
That's what
this
happens.
Express team is not slowing down. They're finding ways to get points, and they're just absolutely obliterating the rim with those basketballs, not baseballs.
2 or 3 dunks so far this half.
Well, Lopez tries to fight back with a 3 right there. Does not go in. Lopez tries again. Does not go in.
True. 4-4-4 has fallen in love
Tries
with that
again
three
on the
ball.
3, does not go in.
It's like watching the Atlanta Express in the first half take all of those jump shots.
Well, when you're trying to take as many 3-pointers right there, you're putting a lot of pressure on your legs. It's getting late in the game. It's going to be easier to miss shots. Both teams are going to be winded.
Good pass.
A great pass right there. Pendleton with a great free throw.
It's a good cut too.
Nelson has the ball, drives it down court, finds Freeman in the paint, passes
Good
it
pass.
to
Good extra pass.
Wilberg. Wilberg's 3 does not fall.
That was a good possession.
Wilberg playing great defense right now on Lopez. Cromwell tries to go for the dunk, cannot get the layup. He gets fouled.
We'll foul about Wilson on the transition layup.
We're just trying to show you everything, I guess.
Last possession
happening on
from
the
the
court.
Express, they threw the ball on there to Freeman, and 4-4-4 over helping, and he threw a cross court pass to a teammate and caused rotation out, and he kicked it right to the corner. That's how Wilbur got that open look. Missed the shot, but it was still good execution. That's how you want to play inside to out.
I believe that's Pendleton. Pendleton, a 6'2", 180 shooting guard out of Parkview. As I said earlier, has an offer from KSU, and his brother also plays for Parkview.
Tough take by
A great layup right there by Quentin Wilson.
him and Miles Hayes have done a good job this half of getting to the paint. I think maybe the conversation at halftime to those two guys was to impose their will. They've done a good job of not settling for that 3 ball.
Well, Pendleton tries the 3 right here, cannot have it go in. Nelson gets the rebound, drives it down court, goes for the 3. It's good.
Good touch on that shot. Good rhythm shot in transition. That's the game nowadays. 3s in transition instead of layups.
Well, Lopez passes it to Pendleton. Pendleton tries to find a shot, cannot. Passes it to Williams. Williams does not get it. Nelson
Okay.
drives it down,
That's
gets
really
a great
tough.
layup right there.
Another paint touch, and go until they stop you. You know, Zayden Nelson took that ball coast to coast, and nobody stopped him. Good basket by Cromwell.
Cromwell with a great layup right there.
Now being down double digits, 4-4-4 has to get, some stops in a row. 2, 3, 4 stops in a row and get themselves back into this game.
Well, Miles Hayes gets blocked on a layup attempt.
It looks like Cromwell just got fouled on his layup attempt, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
Cromwell, the 6'8", 165 forward out of Alpharetta, went for the layup, got fouled. Now shoot 2 free throws. His first one will not go in. Nebioma and Nate Pendleton will interchange between the bench and the court. The second free throw does go in. Hayes passes it into Nelson.
They've got to keep getting stops. The one thing is they still have to, Atlanta Express still have to play through the shot clock, so they can't just play stall ball, but you've got to get some stops in a row.
Nelson passed it to Hayes. Hayes back to Wilson. Wills goes for the layup, gets fouled.
Another paint touch, Jack.
Another paint touch.
Shout out to our boy Ben, man, baseline next to the cameraman.
Well, it is 68-60 with a little over 5 minutes left. The first free throw does not go.
Short free throw. Tired legs, man. When it's short like that, got to get your legs into it. These kids, I know they're tired, but they're still fighting on. It's impressive to see because they're still playing with pretty good pace.
Well, his second free throw also falls short. I think that's Williams, tries to bring it down court, gets fouled.
Yeah. I don't know. Miles Hayes didn't have to foul it. That might have been a cheap one. If I was him, I wouldn't have attempted that back tap. Because now, if it's the bonus, you're basically gifting 444 the chance to make 2 points, to score 2 points in the clock down move, and which plays in their favor. Continue to make them run offense and take contested shots. Doing a good job this half defensively of turning up the pressure.
Well, Williams, the 6'4", 180 small forward, has just decided he was going to go to Central Gwinnett from Grayson. The inbound to Wilberg.
AAU and high school free agency, man, it's killing me. I can't keep track of these kids like I used to. That's what it is nowadays, though, Jack.
Well, Nelson passes it to Hayes. Hayes does not get the free throw in.
Over the back. Looks like more free throws, Jack.
More free throws. You just said a dangerous game with the bonus being intact.
Yep. Again, more opportunities to score without the clock moving. And these are the stops that I said that whole 444 had to try to get themselves back in the game and stay in the game. But now you have to make the free throws when you get them.
Well, Cromwell missed the free throw. I believe that's Hayes. Tried to bring it down court. Did not go his way.
So it looks like Wilson is going to go to the line and shoot a couple free throws. He was fouled on that rebound.
Yep. Well, Wilson and Hayes, a dangerous duo in the paint.
Yep.
Wilson misses his first free throw.
That's his third free throw in a row he's missed. Attribute that to his concentration and again, mentally, who's going to be able to execute going forward.
Oh, Wilson finally breaks a streak.
Yep.
Makes his free throw. Lopez.
I know Lopez is so glad to not see Wilberg guard.
Well, Lopez using Cromwell as a human shield to bring it down. The pass to Yoma. Yoma shoots a three, does not fall.
Swing.
Cromwell goes for three, does not fall. Nelson with the rebounds. Nelson passes it to Wilson. Wilson pump fake, holds on a little longer. Wilson passes it to Hayes. Hayes passes it to Nelson. Hayes goes down court, mid-range, makes
Nelson.
it.
He's made some tough shots this halfway. He's been real good for them. He's been that third scorer beside Hayes and Wilson.
He's doing a great job of stopping and shooting. Lopez passes it in. The pass is deflected off of, I believe, Miles Hayes. Goes foul. Lopez will be the inbounder.
So it looks like they subbed out Freeman. They're going to go a little smaller. You can switch everything with this group if you express, if you want to, defensively.
Well, Pendleton misses the three. Wilberg takes it down, goes for the layup, gets fouled.
Good push. I mean, if you're going to push the ball like that, I don't recommend it because you want to play some clock, but good push and attack. If you can draw a foul, by all means do it. But you don't want to continue to push and constantly play uphill and run the risk of turning the ball over and allowing them to run the ball right back at you. A timeout. Dan McDonald looks like he bought out that championship belt, ready to crown his winner.
Well, the championship belt, a great symbol for the battle for Georgia. We will see who will walk out of here victorious with the belt. While they're in a quick timeout, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Nope. Action will be back in a second. 72-62. Atlanta Express is up. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in this great game so far. Wilberg will be the one to shoot the free throws. Wilberg falls short. As you said, they've played 2 games already.
And a highly contested. This is probably the toughest game Atlanta Express has had today.
Well, Pimbleton's 3 falls in. 72-65.
His coaching staff, they think he's the best shooter in his class, and it's hard to disagree with him the way he shot the ball. Well, not just today, but just overall. All 3 games I've watched him play.
Well, Hayes passes it to Wilson. Wilson gives it to Banks, to Wilberg, to Hayes. Hayes 3 falls. It's now 75-65. A little under 3 minutes left in this game.
His ability to jump up and make shots, man, I continue to say it. It's pretty impressive. Contested, wide open. His shot looks really good.
If Lopez shot does not fall.
Time's running out.
Banks pass it to Wilberg.
We've got to get this stop in a quick basket, because right now you got to manage the time if you can.
Wilberg calls a screen. It does not work. Gives it to Nelson. Nelson drives in. Rebound or layup. Falls.
Maybe time to crown the champ, man. I know we're still 2 minutes out, but they've done a good job, boy, of touching that paint and getting layups.
Well, Pimbleton, his 3 does not fall. Hayes gets the easy rebound. Hayes throwing his hands up either in celebration or telling his teammates what to do.
Yep, I think it was giving out directions.
Either one works in a situation like this. He's saying, give him that belt. It's really what he's saying.
And I want to say when the Express 16 won it last year, it was Jarvis Jr. who won it last year. So while it'll be the 16U Express team that'll go back to back, it won't be the same roster, because obviously those kids are a year older. They're playing 17s now. But nevertheless, ATL Express will have a belt going back to the organization for a second time.
They're turning into DJ Khaled. They keep on having another one.
We the best, or all we do is win? Or maybe both.
All 3, actually.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with either one.
Lopez still being guarded by Wilberg. Lopez trying to find an opportunity. Gets Wilberg off him a little bit, but instead has the 6'5" Hayes on him. Pimbleton, his mid-range shot does not fall.
Good rebound and kick out.
Good rebounds. The 3 does go in.
Now you got to start thinking about fouling right now, because...
Well, Hayes goes... Oh my gosh, that layup was insane right there. Wilberg still on defense on Lopez.
He's a big
kicks it out.
Man.
3 does not fall. Pimbleton, his shot does not either. Hayes now has ball. Passes it to Banks. Banks drives down court.
Now it's just all about bleeding.
Tries to find a pass. Pass does not go. Lopez fumbles the ball a little bit. Misses the layup. Believe gets fouled, or no, went out of bounds on Atlanta Express. The inbounds and the layup are successful. Banks passes it to Nelson. Nelson drives down court. I believe goes out of bounds.
Dribble the clock out.
On 4-4-4.
Collect your winnings, fellas.
Back to passes it to Wilberg. Wilberg finds Wilson. Wilson just going to try to dribble it out.
Miles Hayes playing defense on his teammate because he wants to dribble the clock out.
Oh, Wilson, I believe that is the game. Atlanta Express are 16U division champions for the Battle for Georgia.
So the second year in a row, the 16U division winner will be the Atlanta Express. The Atlanta Express, and you know that speaks a lot about the organization and some of the development that's happening within that organization, that they can go back to back with a different group. Again, 16U kids who won it last year are 17U now. So it just speaks to the culture that they have in that organization to go and get that belt for a second year in a row at that age group.
Well, we're going to see the post-game festivities. We're going to cut our mics off and we're just going to leave you with Atlanta Express holding the belt and all of the celebrations. Well, a great game to cap off the Battle for Georgia in the 16U division between 4-4-4 and Atlanta Express. Sip, I want you to talk about this game. Talk about guys that stood out to you and what were some of the big moments that you felt were the keystone events of this game.
We spoke at halftime about Atlanta Express's falling in love with the three, taking bad shots, and I think bailing 4-4-4 out because they had the athleticism advantage and they had the size on the perimeter. And we saw out the gate in the second half, Miles Hayes really took, he really upped his aggression. Same with Quentin Wilson. Same thing Quentin Wilson did in the first half. But I thought Miles did a better job of getting to the paint. And then you saw Quentin Wilson, he started getting to the paint. And then Zayden Nelson did a tremendous job, I thought, of complementing those two guys because he got to the paint a lot too. But what doesn't need to go unsaid is the defense. You talked about a couple of times about Wilberg's, his defense on 4-4-4's guards, and I really think that took them out of a lot of their offense. So they struggled. They started settling for threes and taking bad shots, and that's when you saw the game kind of just go towards Atlanta Express to take the game over, and that's what led to the win.
Well, Atlanta Express is 16 new champions for the Battle for Georgia. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the 17U Division Championship right after this, starting at 5. Don't go anywhere. Catch us on the next broadcast. We'll be more. I'm Jack McCartney. This is Mike Cyprien. And for producer Cory McCartney, we'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports.